So welcome back to Be More Super, and what a guest we've got. We're welcoming this guest back once again for season 3, coming the 15th of May to Paramount Plus. It's the wonderful Natasha Calis. Natasha, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back.
And I'm so excited for everyone to watch season 3 because with this show, I always think, can it get better? And for some great reason, this show is just literally soaring, mind the pun, with their storylines. So we will get into the questions about, the show itself. But how have you been since we last met? Any announcements? Anything that you want to share? Any trips you've been on? Because you do travel a lot, Natasha.
I do. What are some life updates? My partner and I bought a house and we moved out of the city into this beautiful town, sort of like in the mountains. So I've been just like having a really amazing time kind of setting up our home and creating our little life up here, which has been so beautiful. I can't remember the last time we spoke. I might have went to Portugal and Spain.
Yes, you went to Spain and Menorca and places like that, and then you came back and
which was incredible. So I don't know, lots of adventures, lots of travels, just I've been great.
And this season is full of adventures. So the first question I want to ask, we're going to try our best not to spoil it for anyone that's not in Canada that may have seen the season yet, but for all the Paramount Plus viewers, what can we expect from, Hayley's journey in season 3? Any major turning points?
I think it's a really big season of growth for Hayley. She's really trying to figure out what she wants to run towards and what her future is going to look like, and sort of the meaning of family and what that's going to look like for her, and whether she wants to have a family. And it's sort of this really beautiful season of growth for her where she sort of figures out a more significant meaning behind those things, and what she wants to do with her life. So it is a really beautiful journey and season for her. And in terms of SkyMed, it's SkyMed. There's so much drama and action and heartbreak and a lot of it's an action-packed season, that's for sure. So it was a lot of fun to film.
I certainly feel sorry for Weezer, for Aaron this season, because he gets so many naked bodies dropped on him. And who would have thought, and all I could think about was, oh my God, he's back. I hope his back is okay.
That's right.
I know. When you got the script, though, this season for you as a character, it must have been such a great thing to read, because for an actor, you want to, have an opportunity to sort of fine tune those acting muscles and really work hard and give a great performance. So when you read the script for the first time and you knew what was in store for Hayley, what were your first impressions?
Well, it's really interesting because we don't get all the scripts all at once. So entering new seasons, we'll have a Zoom call with our writer and our show creator and our showrunner and creator, Julie Puckrin, and we'll have a one-on-one with her, and she'll sort of tell us the general arc that our character is going to go on for that season. But in terms of like actual scripts and storylines and like really the details of everything, it's sort of like week by week, which is a fun experience as an actor, because we're sort of, it's almost like we're a part of the audience. Like we're only kind of learning things as we're going on. So it's exciting and it's fun. And I was just really excited to, it's such an honor to have a show go for 3 seasons. Like I'm so grateful and I feel so lucky. And it's just, we've created such a beautiful family. And so it's just always really fun and exciting to know that we get to go home for a little bit, and see all of our SkyMed fam again.
It says a lot for TV now, because so many great shows are getting cancelled within the first 2 seasons. So to get a 3rd season clearly shows that the network is behind it and fans are behind it as well. So that must be so rewarding to, be part of. Without giving any spoilers away, was there any particular scene this season that really challenged you or surprised you?
Yes. One scene immediately comes to mind. Um, I don't want to give anything away, but there's this really large plane episode where a majority of the episode takes place on an inside, particularly inside the plane. And it was so complex, and there were so many moving parts, and it was such an intense episode and scenes. But the way that we filmed it, because it's quite complicated filming in the airplane, because it really is like a small airplane. We all call it the toothpaste tube, because they have to remove the sides. Like it's complicated to shoot in because you can't fit a camera crew in the airplane, so they have to like lock us in there, and then they're either shooting through the windshield, or they've removed a side of the plane and they're shooting through the side of the plane, or they're shooting through the back. And so because it was so complex and there were so many moving parts and it was such a long scene or episode, I guess, because it was majority of the episode, we filmed it like from top to bottom. So we filmed, I don't know, 11 or 12 scenes from top to bottom. So we were doing like 30, 40-minute rolls. Like the director would yell action. We would essentially be doing live theater. And then by the time he would yell cut, and it was so intense, it was just like a lot of emotion. And so we were exhausted by the time that scene was done, or those scenes were done. Because again, it was like a day or two of just 40-minute rolls from top to bottom. And there were so many moving parts. And yeah, that was, it was really making me work my acting chops and those muscles. It was great.
And it's a great episode. It really is. I can't wait for people to watch it. And this show, I'm not embarrassed to say, but there are so many times that, you know, you laugh out loud. And then there's so many times it brings you to tears, because the writing and the acting, everything just comes in. It's like making the perfect cake. You know, all the ingredients are there. It's all put together perfectly. And it's just a great ride from start to finish. I mean, has Hayley changed or evolved in ways that you didn't expect when you first took on the role?
You know what's so interesting? Yes, because I think I've grown as a person, and I think a lot of me comes out in Hayley. And so watching back, you know, season 1, I'm like, oh my God, I have changed so much. I feel like I'm a different person. And so I think 21, was it 21 or 22 when I started, to now, 26, that there's a lot of growth that happens in those years. And so even just like seeing it myself, and then also portraying Hayley's journey. And then I feel like in this season in particular, she really kind of comes into her own. And I felt that way about myself too. So it is really fun and interesting. And it's a really unique experience and an opportunity getting to play a character who you are also growing up with, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, was it quite easy to go from, you know, your break between season 2 to season 3 to straight away, you know, put on that outfit and become Hayley, you know, straight away? Or was there a process in play?
It's funny. I think the running joke is maybe the first week or two that we all are back in the suits and back in action. Like, actors are so funny. We're all like, do we even know how to act anymore? Like, we just you feel like such a, like, I don't know, you get in your head, especially because there's, like a year in between seasons essentially. And we're all, busy doing other things or whatever. So then it feels strangely foreign and also incredibly familiar at the same time. But it usually takes us, about a week to be like, do we even know our characters? Like, what's going on? Get thrown back in that world. But I would say the break between season 2 and season 3 was easier to jump back into versus season 1 to season 2, because we actually switched filming locations from season 1 to 2. And so that was it still felt a little bit foreign because we were in a whole new place and whole new crew and all of those things. But season 2 to season 3, same place, same crew. It was very familiar, and we love it. We love it.
And this season, we see some new faces join the cast of SkyMed. What was that like? Because you've got an established, cast with yourselves and the others. What is it like to get some new faces on set, and how did they blend in? Was it an instant sort of arms wide open and let's go for a drink? I mean, how much fun was it to have new faces?
Oh, it's amazing. Especially, I mean, so I'd worked with Nicola before, so I was really excited to hear that she was going to be coming on board. I love her to death. She's an incredible addition to the SkyMed family, and she's just an incredible talent and an amazing person. So I was really excited to hear that she was going to be joining. And Anthony as well. I had never met Anthony, but it's always really fun, bringing in new people and new faces and seeing what they add to, the tone of the show and sort of their like, the different characters. It's really fun. It's incredible. And we're also really lucky that we have such an amazing group of people. I'm sure I know you've interviewed a lot of other of the cast, so I'm sure you know, but everyone is just truly so kind and loves the show and shows up to set every day, ready to go. And everyone's just so professional and kind and incredible. And it's an ever growing SkyMed family that we're happy to welcome in new faces at any point.
And they've been thrown in the deep end because this season is a lot more intense, I would say, than the previous two. And especially with you and Haley. Haley has some very, very challenging scenes, to say the least. I mean, I know I've probably asked you this before, but for the viewers that may not have seen it, I mean, what is your process in getting into character or getting prepared for emotional scenes? Because you deal with a lot with your character in the past 2 seasons, and we see it heightened to another level in season 3. So can you talk us through like the process of before they shoot?
Yeah, I don't really know what my process is. I think I just really, I mean, I like to, I'm quite introverted. And so anytime I have an emotional scene, I'll usually find my own corner on set, or I'll find my own little quiet place. Because, we're such a tight cast and everyone is best friends. So the green room, or like the area that we hang out in between scenes, it's quite chatty and we're all having fun or whatever. And so I guess my part of my process is just like removing myself from, the social circle, finding a little corner in quiet area in the studio, and just being really like with myself, and whatever the scene is, whatever Haley's going through, I'm just kind of breathing into that and putting myself in that mindset, so that when I'm walking to set, this is interesting. It's like it's almost like I'm simmering in all of the emotions. I'm kind of like adding them to the pot. I have the pot and that's the scene. And I'm like, okay, this is what she's feeling like. This is what she's going through. This is what the scene is. And I'm like imagining how I want the scene to go and what I want to, like, I guess maybe overflow, whatever. And that this is such a metaphor. I'm like such an actor right now. And then when I'm walking to set, when I know we're going to film, it's like I'm cranking up the stove a little bit and things are like getting hotter and starting to boil. And then by the time it's like touches and we're like, the slates are up and it's time to shoot, then the stove is like all the way up there. But the whole time I've been kind of making it. That's a crazy metaphor. That's kind of the process.
No, I mean, it's really interesting because, it's one of those things that you can get many actors that can literally just click their fingers and they're straight into character. But it always makes me wonder, what that process is, because what we see on screen is phenomenal. It really is. And to get your sort of motions and your breathing and everything to that level, I mean, after they shout cut, I mean, how hard is it on you and others around you? Because I've spoken to Morgan around this, because you share scenes where it's very emotional. So how do you healthily deal with those emotions and unpack them after the scenes? Because I can imagine it can have a long lasting effect if not done properly.
Yeah, I think for me, scenes like that, as soon as I know that I'm done with them, it's interesting because it's not just like a one and done. It's like, we have so many different angles and so many different takes, and you really have to kind of just like stay in that mindset until it's done. But as soon as I know the scene's done, we're moving on. It's like, like I can just like, it's super relieving. Like it just feels like I can just breathe. It's done. It's almost euphoric because it's like, okay, I did the thing. I got there, I did all the things. I like have just been crying for the last few hours, and now I just like I'm done and I can move on. And it's like it's actually a really great feeling. And so I think as soon as I know that we're moving on and the scene's done, it's like I'll drink some water and I'm just like, I just feel so light. And I'm like, it's almost, yeah, I almost get like energized from it.
I'm glad you said water there and you didn't say like a nice cocktail and just
Yeah. Yeah. No.
unwind on set. I mean, this season has got so many great episodes. Is there a certain episode that you are really looking forward for the fans to watch?
Is it, I think you might know this more than I, is it episode 6? That's the
Oh,
fun one.
is it the fun one, which I'm going to bring up a picture here. There we go. Is it that
Yeah,
one?
there it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
episode 6? I think so.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it is. Well, the fans will just have to watch the whole season, and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
because you get
They're in
lost
for a
in a
treat.
blur, you watch it one after the other, and I lose track. But this is a great episode, and we see all the cast in ways that we never saw, and it's very out of SkyMed's wheelhouse, and it was a great episode. I mean, what was it like to work on?
It was chaotic in the best way. I think it was just like this was an interesting one because we had no idea that there was going to be such a fun episode mid-season. So when we got the scripts, we were like, wait, what the hell is going on? Like we were all, I think we all were reading the scripts. I'm doing this like we're actually flipping through scripts, but it's usually on our phones in the green room. We're all like, oh my God, are you all reading this? Like what is happening? We were so confused. And then with all the different wigs and outfits and everything, it was like, oh, this feels like make believe playtime within this world that we've created, and we just get to have so much fun. Yeah, it's a really fun episode. It's my favorite one for sure.
And it is so good. And when it first started, I thought to myself, they could have gone a bit further and made it into a musical. A musical
Right?
episode. How amazing would that be? Because I know Praneet can sing. I don't know
Praneet,
about you and the rest. Yeah.
Morgan. I feel like everyone can sing. I think that could be fun.
There we go. So maybe, the next season, if we get one, someone accidentally gets knocked out and
Yeah.
has some sort of bizarre dream. And
Yeah.
that could be it.
I
Let's
love
put
it.
that to Julie and the writers. But yeah, I mean, with this show being so intense and wild and everything like that, offset, it must be great to unwind. So this season, who has been the biggest goof? Who has been the biggest sort of person to cheer everyone up? The prankster, should I say?
Prankster. You know who's so sneaky funny? Who do you think I'm gonna say?
Right. You know what? You would think Praneet, but then again, he might be the obvious one. So I'm thinking Aaron.
Okay, yeah, Aaron's hilarious. You were right though. I'm gonna say Praneet. He's
Okay.
he's hilarious. He's always, I feel like Praneet's the group chat initiator, in terms of like if it's been silent for a while, he'll throw in like a sneaky, funny voice note that just makes no sense, and he's doing all these weird voices and he's being hilarious. So yeah, I think Praneet. I don't know if was any pranks this year. I'm trying to remember. None come to mind, but if one pops into my brain, I will. I'll interrupt you and shout it.
Oh, boring.
I
We should have
know.
pranks all the time. It keeps us on our toes.
I know.
So if you could swap a role on this show, say for one episode, if you had to swap with another character, who would it be and why?
Really good question. Maybe Lexi. I feel like I love Lexi's tenacity, and I feel like she's just such a strong character, and I love her. Yeah, I want to be a female pilot. I want to be up front in the plane. I think that would be really fun.
She's kick-ass as well.
She's
Do
so
you know
good.
what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
great her
absolutely.
journey as well for this season, especially. So
Yeah.
let's talk romance. Let's talk Haley and Weezer. Obviously,
Yeah.
we saw a bit in season 2. Um, are we going to see more? I know what the answer is, but for the audience, are we going to see more of that? Are we going to see happiness? Because we all love it when it works out, but a show like
Yeah.
SkyMed just likes to throw a few, clangers in there to keep us on our toes.
hmm I mean, yeah, I feel like, it's SkyMed. There's always going to be romance, right? It's a fun show, lots of drama. I think each relationship goes through their own journeys. And I think an emphasis on this season for Haley and Weezer is that Haley's really trying to figure out her own thing. She's trying to figure out what she wants to do, where she wants to be, sort of the meaning. There's this overarching meaning of family for her that she's trying to discover this year, and like what that means for her, because her mom, died when she was young, and she carries the BRCA1 gene, and she doesn't know what that means, like if she would want to have a family one day, and she's just kind of juggling all of these things that I think, when people are going through things, they inevitably maybe push people away. And so I think there's sort of that, in terms of navigating her and Weezer's relationship. But you'll have to watch and see what happens.
And then talking about Haley's story and what she's been through, in the way of fan interactions, have you had any sort of memorable sort of messages or comments? Because I'm sure there'll be people out there looking at your story as Haley and relating to that. Is there anything that you can share that of any, interactions that you've had in the last year?
I think, yeah, the outreach, just people sharing how much they connect with Haley, and what she's been through in losing a parent has been really inspiring and heartwarming. And I think SkyMed does a really good job of showing all of the just rawness that can come with that, and different ways of, I there's been a lot of people who have expressed how inspirational and uplifting watching SkyMed has been in terms of losing a loved one and connecting with Haley. And it's really beautiful to see, and I'm so happy that I can be a little piece of that, that light for them.
And it does help. I mean, I haven't told anyone this, but before the first episode came out, my mum passed away from cancer,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
and for season 3, and it actually did really, really help. And it's really odd how shows sort of let you escape for a bit and helps with that healing. And this is why I
hmm
appreciate shows so much, and I appreciate shows, addressing very difficult sort of subjects where some shows would shy away from, but it's something that, it doesn't matter how ugly it gets. I think it's good to have on screen because it does help and it brings awareness, and everything like that. So this is why I appreciate shows like SkyMed addressing that, and other shows like Superman and Lois that I absolutely love, which addressed that with Lois Lane, developing cancer, and it's wonderful that we see shows that show that, which is great. But yeah, it's been a rough ride, but I suppose you've got to take the positives out of things. Life is for living, and we've got to do the best we can to honor our parents and relatives that are sadly passed. But with this show, I have asked you this before. What did you steal from the set from last season? Did you get anything extra from this season? You can tell all.
Yes, there was this really beautiful black dress that I wore that I absolutely loved, and I had to beg on my hands and knees for it. But so I took that, which was amazing, and I actually wore it to an awards show where I won best performance for SkyMed. So that was really kind of cool. And yeah, and then I also stole the red bathing suit that I wore.
Excellent. And congratulations on that award. That was for, if I remember rightly, ACTRA awards.
That was it's called a Leo Award. Okay. I was nominated for an actor award as well. But yeah, I won the Leo.
Oh wow! I mean, what's that like being? I mean, I'm sure you do this job because you love what you do, but it's always nice to get that recognition from a professional level. So, what was that like winning the award? I mean, did you know before you won the Leo Award, or was it a case that you literally found out when they opened the envelope?
Oh yeah, no, I was like, I was as shocked as could be. Like I truly, and I feel like this is said all the time, but like I really didn't think I was going to win. And so I didn't prepare anything, and it was more of just like kind of a fun night out. I brought my boyfriend, and we got to like dress up, and it was just more of like a fun date night, I guess, where I was like, oh, I'm nominated for this award, but like I did not prepare a speech whatsoever. I was actually presenting, and so that was the thing that I was kind of most I guess nervous for. And so after I finished presenting, there was wine at the table. I was drinking my wine. I was like, woo, fun night. And then I was like, wait, I'm nominated. Like the whole point of this is that I'm nominated. And so then anyways, so I got a little tipsy, and then they were like, and the best, it was like the final award of the night. They were like, and best performance for like lead in a show. And I was like, oh my God, I'm nominated for that. And then so I hit my boyfriend. I was like, Colby, you gotta record this. And he's like, oh yeah. He doesn't even drink. He should have been aware. But anyways, he started recording, and then as soon as the announcer announced the nominees, he stopped recording because I had put it in his brain that I wasn't going to win. So just out of like, I don't know what he wasn't thinking, but he like, as soon as they said my name, he like turned off the camera, and I was like, no, I like hit him. I'm like, what if I win? You gotta capture this. Anyway, so the video is really funny because then it's like, it's two separate videos, and then the second video of me winning, it like cut off my name because I was like hitting him like, why do you turn off the camera? And it's like Natasha Calis, like not even like the winner, whatever. Anyways, then I went up and just blacked out, and there you go.
Well, thank goodness she didn't do a Florence Pugh, because I don't know if you've seen that footage, but she was very what's the word? Well oiled. She was quite two sheets to the wind, as they say, when she got her award. So at least it wasn't a case of that. But shame on your other half for not filming it.
Right.
I mean, I presume you thanked him when you was on stage.
I did. Yeah. I thanked him.
Hopefully, he was recording that.
He was. He recorded the speech. It was great. It was funny. It was great.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more awards to come. I mean, in terms of season 4, do we know any rumblings? Is this the last season, or could there be more? Because people on the internet, which I don't believe a lot of the stuff that's on the internet, someone messaged me and went, this is the last season. But I haven't heard that. So, is there a chance of a season 4?
I think there's a chance of a season 4.
Yes. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not confirming anything, but I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic.
And where would you like Hayley's story to go without spoiling things? What would you like for her, except for happiness, rainbows, and butterflies?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I can't. I was going to be like, well, the end of the season.
It's hard, isn't it, to not spoil anything?
Yeah, I know. Where would I like her? Well, I think I would just want to see her fulfilled in whatever new job opportunity might lay ahead for her.
And I really do hope we get a season 4, because there's so many stories I want to see continue and see what happens. I mean, finally, before we bid farewell, what message do you hope viewers take away from season 3?
Oh, that's a nice question. What message? I think I'll share. I think Hayley's sort of discovery this season was really beautiful in that family doesn't have to be by blood. You can choose your family. The people who continuously show up for you and help you through things and who are by your side through everything, they can be your family. And so I think, I think that's just a really beautiful reminder.
And that is a great, great lesson there. And I can't wait for people to watch it. But Natasha, thank you so, so much for coming back onto the show. Thank you for a great season. And I hope everyone on Paramount Plus from the 15th of May gets on this show. And let's hope we get a season 4. And I've already told Julie that I volunteered to be a victim on season 4. I'll fall out of tree.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, but not naked. I would be the British guy that gets lost in the woods, and I could just be a victim. Why not? Do you know what I mean?
Would love that. Let's make it happen.
Oh, that would be fantastic. So, Julie,
Right?
if you're watching, listen. It's there. I've already got my my SkyMed patches.
That one
that Julie sent me. Julie sent me a patch,
so nice.
And she sent me a hat as well to keep my head warm. So,
I want to show you something. Really quick. This is on my fridge. Got to get you one of these.
What's that? Oh,
it's a little
Vision. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I'll have to tell
a little magnet.
Julie. I'll say, look, you're slacking here because that was for season 2. This at the end of season 2. So I need to get some more merch, which I can display behind me. But